We are headed into the very last section of chapter 7, so that should tell you that we're headed towards a test before too long. This is going to be a long weekend, so probably Thursday, Friday-ish of next week, I'm thinking a test on chapter 7. Okay, so Thursday, Friday-ish, we'll decide next week. If you have a bunch of tests on any specific day, please tell me so that I know when I'm planning. I can't get your feedback here, but you can tell me. So if one of those days is better for you than another, then please let me know that. The last section is way easier than what we've been doing. I talked to some people on Wednesday, tried to answer some questions, but you really have to know all those rules, theorems, etc. in order to be able to apply them. So in this section, I'm going to do one example with you, and that's it. It's probably the easiest, one of the easiest things we'll do all year. It's called angles in polygons. So we know that triangles, all the angles in a triangle add up to 180. All the angles in a four-sided object add up to 360. But why is that? It's not just because I told you that. There's a reason. Okay, there's actually a formula for figuring that out. So if we want to know how many degrees in a polygon, and a polygon just means a many-sided object. I don't care how many sides it has, octagon, pentagon, hexagon, I don't care. There's a formula for that actually. And the formula is actually 180 times n minus 2. N is the number of sides in your polygon. Okay? So that's really it. That's all there is to it, kind of. So we're not going to do, there's a couple of other theorems there about 90-degree angles. How many right angles would it be? How many? We're not doing any of that. We're just doing this. So in example 1, it says find the measure of angle A, B, C, D, and E. And it gives you this wonderful shape. Something like this, okay? And this is A, B, C, D, and E. But they don't actually tell you what each angle is. They say this angle is 2x minus 15, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense yet. This is 2x. This angle C is 3x minus 15. This angle D is 3x minus 25. And E is 2x minus 5. And it wants to know what is the measure of each angle. So the first thing we need to know is how many degrees should the whole thing be? So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided object. So my n is 5. So to figure out how many degrees in this, I would do 180 times 5 minus 2. So that would be 180 times 3, which would be 540 degrees. So what that means is that all of the angles added together should equal 540 degrees. So if I take 2x minus 15, that's angle A, and I add it to 2x, that's angle B, and I add it to 3x minus 15, angle C, and I add it, I'm going to have to go sideways here, 3x minus 25, and then I add 2x minus 5. So I have angle A angle B, angle C, angle D, and angle E, they should add up to be 540 degrees. This is now just an algebra problem. I add like terms together. 2x plus 2x is 4x. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So that's 12x. Negative 15 minus 15 is negative 30. Minus 25 is negative 55. Minus 5 is minus 60. Is equal to 540. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to have 12x is equal to 600. I'm going to divide both sides by 12. And I'm going to get that x is 50. I'm going to get that x is 50. This is not your answer. Don't stop there. So that's the mistake that I find people make, is they go, yeah, x is 50. Okay, that's great. That doesn't tell me what angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D are. Angle A is 2x minus 15. So angle A is 2 times 50, which is 100, minus 15. And 100 minus 15 should be 85. So angle A is 85. Angle B is 2 times 50, so that is 100. Angle C is 3 times 50, which is 150, minus 15, which is 135. Angle D, 3 times 50 is 75, minus 25 is 50. And 2 times 50 is 100, minus 5 is 95. So, if I'm right, if I've done this right, when I add up all of these angles, it would actually give me 540. That's as hard as it gets. I'm going to give you some homework to do. You have a nice long weekend and some easy homework, so take advantage. I would recommend that you get it done today, and then you don't have to think about it at all over the weekend. But it's up to you. I do want to talk about the instructions, though. In the first part, it says determine the measure of each numbered angle and give reasons for your answer. You don't have to give reasons, just figure out what the angle should be. And some of them, the instructions say, given the number of sides in a polygon, so like number 5 says 11, so you have an 11-sided polygon, so you would do 180 times 11 minus 2. It says, find the measure of the interior angles in degrees and in right angles. Don't do the and in right angles thing. We're not doing that. Just figure out the number of degrees. So I think that's it in terms of me having to explain anything. If it says determine the number of right angles, you don't have to do that. We're not doing that, all right? So have a good Easter weekend. Should be a quiet one for most people. But we'll see you, talk to you, won't see you, talk to you next week. Again, we'll be looking at a test Thursday, Friday-ish. Let me know if there's one of those days that works better for you than another. I'm flexible, it doesn't matter to me. So just, you can kind of let me know what your vote would be. And yeah, have a good Easter weekend. Talk to you again soon.